Okay, questioning Todd again. Today I want to talk about Amanda Todd. Now, if you don't know who Amanda Todd is, you probably live under a hole in the middle of the desert. You live under a rock in a hole in the middle of the desert. Amanda Todd is a 15-year-old girl from Canada who committed suicide because she was being bullied. And I'm getting so sick of hearing about this girl. Now, if you just read what you see on Facebook, then yeah, it's a pitiful cause and it's something that you should sympathize with and hope it never happens to you or your kid or your nephew or your cousin. But if you read the whole story and you do a little bit of more of research, you'll find that she ended up killing herself because she flashed somebody once and she was bullied over 2 years. Right? That's not why. She was bullied continuously because she flashed somebody not once, but multiple times over a period of a couple years. And she got beat up and punched not because she was being bullied, but because she slept with another girl's boyfriend. And she didn't do that once, she did that multiple times. She slept with multiple people by the time she was 15 years old. So that's what I have to say. And I'm getting so sick of hearing about Amanda Todd. And yes, I do sympathize that she committed suicide. I've been bullied all my life. I have been ridiculed all my life because of my hair, because of my weight, because of how I look, because of my temper, because of I'm different, because I write poetry, because I like to read, because I don't like sports, because I don't want to hang out with the group, because I do the group work on my own, because I get good grades. I've been bullied for all of that. I've been called fat, I've been called ugly, I've been called a bitch, I've been called names, I've been called terrible things throughout my entire life, and yet I did not commit suicide. But I also did not continually come in contact with my bullies when I didn't have to. Amanda Todd continued to move schools, and while she was moving these schools, she continually stayed in contact with the people that bullied her. It seems smart, right? And we're blowing this out of proportion. Yes, it is sad that she committed suicide. And no youth should feel, no, not even just youth, no person should feel that they have that no other options than to commit suicide. No one should ever feel that they need to take their life because they feel that bad. And yes, Amanda Todd needed someone to listen to her. But she did it continually. And we're making such a big deal out of her death. And yes, it's sad. But what about all those kids that kill themselves because they're bullied continually? What about all those kids that are bullied because they're gay, bullied because they're smart, bullied because they're ugly? And I'm not saying they're ugly, but that's the reason. Bullied because they're a girl, bullied because they're a boy, bullied because they don't play sports, bullied because they're on the chess team, bullied because they like to read, bullied because they're not the star quarterback, bullied because it's convenient. But we don't take the time to think about those. But because Amanda Todd was pretty, because she was white, we took it and made it into this spectacle without all the real facts. She has her own Facebook page. She's got her Twitter page. This drives me insane. It is sad she's dead. It is so sad because here's a girl who was 15 with an entire life ahead of her, with a good husband, with a good job, with kids that called her mom and said, I love you. And she killed herself because she felt she had no other options, because people decided she's not worth it. She's not worth me taking not just she's not worth it to feel good about herself. She's not worth it to feel like she deserves to have a life. It is my job to make her feel like she's the worst person on this planet. And that's what people did. But she continually kept inviting it. She was saying, hey, bully me because I'm going to keep contact with you on Facebook. Why didn't she stop using her Facebook? Or why didn't she get a different name? Or a different... Just, it makes no sense. Delete your old Facebook. Don't put pictures up. Don't continually flash people and sleep with other girls' boyfriends. But we've made her into this big martyr. We've made her into a martyr because she was bullied, because she continually flashed people. But we don't take the time to stop and consider everybody that's bullied and everybody that commits suicide. She is just as special. as every other child that feels that they have no other option than to commit suicide. And instead of focusing on it all as a whole, and instead of focusing on stopping bullying, we've taken the time to create her into a spectacle, and we've promoted that you no longer bully pretty white girls. But African American girls that get bullied, it's completely fine. Gay Americans, it's completely fine. Anybody that looks different than you, it's completely fine. But if they're pretty and white, don't bully them. Stop bullying as a whole. Just because someone's different than you doesn't mean doesn't mean that you're better than them. It just means that they're different with a different set of skills. So take the time to stop bullying. It's terrible that she had no other option. But we, as people, gave her no other options. So why don't we stop that?